Hello everybody, welcome to my studio again. I'm Mary Catherine. This is my own little house and this is a weaving video this week. I gave you a hint of it last week and we're going to really dig into the nitty-gritty of getting the loom warped up, getting the tension device put on, and getting this weave started. I don't know if I'll finish it this week. If I do, I'll put a little segment at the end with the finished weave, but if I don't, you'll just have to enjoy what's here. But thanks for joining me. Now let's get started. All right, I'm done with this stage. This is my least favorite stage of weaving. I'm not wild about weaving anymore like I used to be, but I still do it sometimes. But now I'm going to go on to the process of putting my tensioning device on my loom before I roll up my warp. And I've done lots of good videos and tutorials about this DIY tensioning device, so I'll put a link up at the top. You can go check that out. I think I did 2 different videos. Maybe I'll put both of them up there. Anyway, I'll put the tensioning device on, then I'll roll it up, and then I'll be ready to weave, which is so much more fun. And I like the yarns that I'm using. They're real pretty. I love the bright green as a pop of color. That deep gold is really, really nice. And then you have this metallic sparkly stuff that ties everything together. I'm going to use all of these in the weaving process as well. This won't be a huge, wide, long throw. This is going to be a scarf. And so I've only got it attached to my desk instead of the back of my desk, which is what I do when I do a larger piece. I keep my warp tidy by tying it twice. Now I'm going to cut that end and release all the tension, which will be nice. Then I'll have more room in here. I'm going to drop the yarn, drop the warp, and then I'll put my tension device up here in this area with my rods, sitting on top of the sidebar. Okay, so I need to be able to raise all these yarns up, which is why I have to go ahead and cut them. There you go. Now I've laid my 4 tensioning rods in here. Now I'll squeeze them up tight and secure them to the loom. Everything is secure on both sides. I've even strapped down these so they don't pop up, so we're good to go. All right, it's worked up. And what a delight to have really nice tension and be able to do it by myself without having to wait for my husband to come home or anything else. So it's a really nice thing to use on your loom if you're a weaver and you haven't tried it before. Okay, so now I'm going to take it all apart and I'm going to slay all my yarn through the heddle and get ready for the weaving. And as you would expect, my desk is a total disaster area. I've got all of that. Uh, yeah, I've got to tidy up before I do anything else. I've got some dog support. Hey, Lily. Got my yarns ready. Got my shuttles loaded. Next, I think I'll do a little bit of that bright green before I head into the metallic. Good morning, everybody. I'm in the studio this morning with some hot, creamy chai, some toast of sorts. Looks a little naughty. And some yarn. And a few hours to do something fun. Come join me. Good morning. It is Monday morning, and I'm back at my weaving. This was the very beginning, so I haven't gotten too far in. And then this is the green, and then this is kind of the metallic variegated. And I thought I would talk for a minute about the tensioning device and also about these yarns and why they do well. The tensioning device does give you nice even tension. You'll notice I don't have any problems really with my selvages over here. This one is a little bit more tightened up, you see there, than this one is, but not significantly. I'm very pleased with it. You really don't, the tensioning device makes it so you don't really have any trouble with floats. Toward the end, you have to be a little more careful, obviously, but I haven't had any trouble with floats with saggy yarns that are getting caught. And part of the reason for that is that these yarns are all very similar. They're not all the same, but this kind of olive green over here, and the mustard color. These are yarn bee, I think, but well, they're half cotton and half bamboo, so they're half cotton. And then the other two, the metallic and the bright green, they're also half cotton, half acrylic. So the yarns are very similar, and they behave the same under this tension and with this weaving, and that does help. Helps you not to have any yarns that behave differently from the norm. I'm really liking this segment in here. You can still see a little bit of the striping, but that nice metallic yarn is really standing out. This is going to be very pretty. This will be a nice scarf. I would say it's, if I'm guessing, I guess about 10 inches wide. Okay, don't know how long it'll be. Long enough. All right, I'll keep doing with this, and I've got some other projects to share with you this week. Today I'm in the kitchen and I want to make some Hello Dolly Bars. Never made these before. I had them, interestingly, at my mother's funeral, at the dinner after the funeral, and they're so delicious. They're also called 7-layer bars. I don't know that I'd ever had them before, but I love them. And so I'm going to make some today, take them as a snack to some friends this evening, and enjoy some at home. So watch as I stumble my way through this recipe that's new to me. First of all, I don't have the right graham cracker crust. I don't have any graham crackers, but I do have pretzels. So we're going to try a pretzel crust under these bars. This is some sugar in the bottom of the pan too, not too much. The main ingredient in the crust is the pretzels. And now I'm going to add some melted butter so it'll all stick together. Now that I've got that little bit of crust, I'm going to put a layer of semi-sweet morsels down, some butterscotch morsels down, some coconut flakes, and some pecans. And then I'm going to drizzle sweetened condensed milk on top. Now, I was going to half the recipe. I've never made this before. I think I'm just going to eyeball it. And when I have enough of all these things that I like, then I'll stop putting them on there. And then I'm going to bake it at 350 Fahrenheit for 30 minutes. Oh, I love coconut, pecans, and chocolate. Oh my goodness. I'm having a little sneaky snack while it's still too hot.